if they're looking to get into video, they want to get better on camera. What can we kind of go down the list of what is the most common things that you generally have to work with people on? I mean, is maybe blanking as one of them. But what are these common things that, if I'm trying to get better on camera, what is the list that I can go down? And obviously you need some feedback from somebody else, but what is the list that I can go down personally and try to get myself to be better on camera?
Um, that's a good question. I feel like that, just been doing this for so long and seeing somebody, you can tell what their level of comfort pretty quick. Folks who are like, I feel like maybe it's the Gen X and older. We didn't grow up with cameras. We didn't grow up with like phones in our face all the time. And I feel like that demo needs a lot more help. Below that, people were kind of more used to that, and they're like used to doing selfies, and so they have a little bit more natural feel to it. But uh, you know, I think the first thing is to just relax, take a deep breath, um, and feel like it's okay to feel silly and dumb and stupid. Like, because that is just, you just have to like accept that, what, I probably look like a dum dum right now, but if you have somebody who can kind of coach you through it, you'll be fine. Um, but you know, one of the first things I would say is that I, I almost always tell them is that you have to be outside of yourself. That's like, I think that's the number one thing that kind of connects with people is like the camera is going to compress your personality. It's going to make you feel flatter, softer spoken, insecure. It just compresses personality. So like the number one thing I tell them is like go above and outside your regular personality. Like if it feels awkward and feels uncomfortable, then that's great. And I tell them like, look, if you're going too much, like, hey, I'm Jesse. It's like, all right, let's dial it down. But at least you kind of have a level of like, okay, I've reached that the point where it's silly. I can bring it back, and then it feels a whole lot less silly, natural, and more natural. And that is really, I think, the number one thing that I see the most change in people is they like, I'm going to be way more expressive than I am normally, because it's going to come across on camera. Doesn't matter how you feel in the person or feel in the moment. It's like, how does it look on camera? And I can turn around and it's like, hey, look, now you look natural. Now you look excited. Now you look like you belong here. Nobody expects you to be an actor, right? No, people watching it's like, hey, this is a business owner, not some hired talent. Um, and so leveling that expectation, it helps. But really, that number one rule, just like, hey, it's going to compress, come out.
I can concur. That is definitely the number one coaching during filming that you've given me, is that just exactly what you're saying. Be silly, feel awkward, use more expression in your face, use your hands at a more animated way, use better body language, relax your like those things. It's like, we didn't really talk about this, but like if you're a roofing contractor, you get to somebody's house, you get out of the truck. How do you feel at that moment when you're getting out of the truck? You know how you feel. It's natural. You are comfortable in the situation. You know what's going on, and you know how to explain. If a customer walks up to you, you know exactly what to say. You know what to say. You know how to handle the situation, or at least you should. And that's where you want to get. Whatever that feeling is when you're good at your job, get that way on camera, and it generally means you're gonna have to relax and be more expressionable. Like when you show me the camera, I'm like, oh yeah, that actually looks way better. That's actually what I look like. I should be looking like on
Yeah.
camera. It's not fake. It's just like, oh, this is interactive. The body language is much better. My
Yeah.
face is not like blinkless.